Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to today's live. I'm really excited to be starting the day off with you. Today we are going to be doing some amazing strength training exercises, a combination of Pilates with a bit of weight. I'm going to use a single dumbbell. This is an 8-pound dumbbell. You can go heavier, you can go lighter. You can also do the moves without weights, although I would recommend having a weight for the upper body portion for sure. I'm going to set this weight off to the side of the mat, and we are going to just start off by warming up our bodies, mobilizing our spines, and just getting ready for movement. So I'm going to come down into an all fours position, and I'm just going to take the time here to position my hands below my shoulders and my knees below my hips. From this position, I'm just going to sort of allow myself to collapse in the shoulders, allowing the shoulders to knit together. Inhale. And then as I exhale, I'm just going to push the mat away, broadening across the shoulders, keeping the arms straight the whole time. So we're going to inhale, sink between those shoulders, and exhale, push the mat away, protract those shoulder blades. Good, so we're retracting the shoulders, drawing them together, and then protracting the shoulder blades, pulling them apart, broadening across those shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push mat away for 3 and 2. Last one, we're going to come down and then come back up, protracting the shoulder blades, pushing that away. Step the right foot back, flex the foot. Step the left foot back, flex the foot. Coming into a high plank. Gaze is down on the mat. Hold here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Push up into a downward dog. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth as you flatten the back, lifting those hips up nice and high, bending the knees as much as needed to really flatten out that back. Deep inhale here, and exhale, return to that plank. Plug your navel in, amazing work. Power up through those shoulders and those upper back muscles, and then push the mat away, scooping the lower abs in toward the spine and stretching and lengthening up through that tailbone. For 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Shoot forward into your plank. Hold strong here. Lift abdominal wall. For 5, for 4, for 3, and 2, and 1. And send it back up. From here, we're going to pedal out the feet here, stretching the backs of the legs. Let the head hang between those shoulders. Breathing deeply as you invite alternating heels down to the mat. Energizing the body for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Level out the heels, bring the knees down to the mat, take them nice and wide, and sink back into a child's pose, stretching and lengthening through the spine. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nicely done. Return to your all fours position. Take yourself to the top of your mat, and I'd like you to have your weight handy. So I'm just going to place the weight off to the side, and then from here, positioning the wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. I'm going to bend my left leg, flex the left foot, and lift the left knee. So squaring the hips with the mat, lower, just hover the knee above the floor, and then push up. So we're slowly activating the left glutes here. As we push up through the heel, I'm really contracting my abdominal wall up toward my spine, so I'm protecting the low back, and just really focusing my attention on the left glutes. Warming up as I push that heel up toward the ceiling. Good, moving slowly and really purposefully here. Lowering and squeezing the bum to lift. Holding the heel up high for a split second before lowering that knee down again. Good. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. You've got this for 3. Squeeze those glutes. 2. Mind to muscle. And 1. Hold it there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Now from here, I'm going to pick up my weight. I'm going to hold it in the right fist. And I'm going to level out the shoulders, making sure they're stable and balanced. And then pull that right elbow back and lift. Pull it up and lift. So I'm just hovering the weight above the floor before drawing that elbow up nice and high, contracting those upper back muscles. Abs are engaged here. Good. Pull it up. Nice work. Really contracting the upper back muscles on that right side. Keeping your shoulders square with the mat for 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Lower. You can place both hands on the mat. Moving over to those left glutes and thighs again. We're going to stretch the leg out long, squaring the hips with the mat. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Balancing across those shoulders. Nice level hips here as you squeeze the bum to lift the leg, getting a lot of length out through that big toe. Good work. Abs in. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now from here, keeping that leg extended, we're going to take the weight in the right hand and we're going to pull back, squeeze and hold, and then lift opposite leg. Pull back, squeeze and hold, lift opposite leg. So we're moving between the two sides. I'm lifting, pausing for a split second as we engage those upper back muscles, and then lowering and lifting the leg. Moving from side to side here. I want you to really focus on trunk stability, so you're not swaying from side to side. You're working that balance. You're working that control for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, make sure your weight is right below your shoulder. We're going to lift up, pull the weight up, squeeze and hold, lower, and then lower the chest between the hands, lifting that back leg. Lift, squeeze and hold, lower, and lower your chest between your hands. Good. Lowering with control, pushing up through the heels of the hands. Good work. Pull it back and lower with control. We've got 3. Nicely done for 2. And last 1. And lift up. Nice work. Now from here, I'm going to drop the weight off, take the knees nice and wide, and just stretch out. You can wave the hands from side to side to release any tension in those wrists. Regulate the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth for 3 and 2 and 1. Amazing. Now we're going to switch sides. So I'm going to turn around facing this way. I'm going to bring my weight with me. And now we're going to fire up those right glutes. So make sure that your wrists are below your shoulders and your knees are below your hips. We're going to flex that right foot and lift, squeezing right glutes. Lower and lift. Push your heel up toward the ceiling. If this is too much on your hands, you can always come down onto your forearms, give your wrists a little bit of a rest, but just make sure whether you're up on your palms or down on your forearms, you're really contracting your abdominal wall up toward your spine, so you're protecting your low back, keeping that low back in neutral as you push heel up toward the ceiling. Firing up those right glutes, little split second hold before lowering back down. Good work. Nice broad shoulders. We're pushing the mat away from us as we lift that heel up for 3 and 2. Squeeze the bum, you can do it. And last 1, we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower knee down toward the mat. Now picking up that weight in the left hand, we're going to pull the elbow back and lower. Make sure that your shoulders are level here. So you don't want to be opening to the side. On that left side, you want both shoulders square with the mat, really focusing on those upper back muscles on the left side as we pull that elbow up and back. We've got 6. Give it a lot of energy. 5. Pull that elbow up and back for 4. 3. You've got this. 2. Abs in. And 1. Lower down. Good. Now back over to that right leg. We're going to stretch and elongate the leg. Hips are square with the mat. Lifting and lowering. Squeezing the bum as you do so. Lengthening out through that big toe. Good. Abs are engaged. Shoulders are level. Hips are level. Good. Moving slowly and with control. Nice trunk stability. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Take the weight. Lift, lower, lift the right leg. Lift, lower, lift the leg. So alternating between the leg lift. Slow it down if you need to. So if you're really rocking from side to side, if you're having a hard time maintaining that stability, just move a little bit more slowly. Focus on that balance and control. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Now making sure that weight is below the shoulder. We're going to lift the leg, lift the weight, lower, and lift. Pull that weight up. Lower the chest between the hands as we lift that leg and pull back. Good. Working the upper body, working the core and the lower body. Getting a full body workout in this exercise alone. Make sure that core is engaged. 3 more. Pull up. Lower. Ooh, almost lost my balance there. For 2. Last 1. Amazing work. You did it. Great job. Okay, let's just kneel for a minute and roll out those shoulders. Last 1. Great work. Now, I'm going to hold on to my dumbbell. I'm going to take it in my right hand, and I'm going to turn and face this direction. You can be stood for this if that feels more comfortable with your feet hip distance apart. I'm going to take my hand, my weight in my hand, really lock my upper arm into the side of the body. I'm going to pull that weight up and then push up toward the ceiling. Lower, lock upper arm into the side of the body, lower the weight, and then pull the weight up toward the shoulder. Biceps are working, and then shoulder press up. So again, abs are really engaged here. Vertebrae are stacked, one on top of the other. As we lower with control and lift, bicep curl, push up into that shoulder press. Good work. Lift, lower, and curl. Good. Make sure that upper arm is really locked into the side of the body. As you bring the weight to the shoulder, don't let that elbow come forward. Good work. And we've got one more of these on this side. And push it up. Amazing. Okay, I'm going to take it over to the other side. I'll turn and face in this direction so it's very clear. Sitting up nice and tall, stacking those vertebrae, locking the left arm into the side of the body, and then pushing up. So working those biceps and then working that shoulder on the extension. Nicely done. Try to stay really strong and stable here through your torso. Engaging your core will help with this. Good. So you're not sort of pulling to one side as you heft that weight up. Good. Chin is parallel with the floor. Crown of the head is lifted toward the ceiling. Whew, I'm slowing down. It feels tougher on this side. My right side has always been my stronger side, so I'm always trying to work towards balance. Good. Nice work. We've got two more. Amazing. Breathe through it. Last one. Ooh, that was a struggle for me. I hope you felt it too. Great. Now from here, we're going to take hold of the ends of the dumbbell. I'm going to lift the weight overhead. Arms are straight up and down. We're going to bend at the elbows without letting them come forward, and then push the weight up, keeping the upper arms in close toward the side of the head, and focusing on those the backs of the arms as you hinge from the elbow to get that weight up. Good. Just move around so you can see what it looks like from multiple angles. Again, you can be standing for this if kneeling is uncomfortable. Try not to let your chin drop, so keep your gaze straight ahead, chin parallel with the floor, and try not to let those elbows droop either. You want to keep the upper arms perpendicular with the floor as you lift and lower. Nice work. We've got 3 and 2 and final 1. Amazing work. Well done, guys. Okay, from here, I'm going to bring my weight with me. You can too. You don't have to use the weight for this next portion of exercises, but if you want to step it up, feel free to include it. I'm going to lower down 1 vertebra at a time, and I'm just going to place my weight across my hips. Some people feel more comfortable maybe with a towel rolled on their hips if your weight is uncomfortable. I would like you to position your feet so they're hip distance apart. Heels are below the knees. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis back, pressing low back into the mat, and lifting those hips up without overarching the spine. So maintaining that tuck of the tailbone. Lower, just hover the bum and lift. Lower and lift. Now I want you to really start squeezing the back body as you lift up into bridge, pushing those hips up toward the ceiling without coming up too high. So you don't want a big arch like that in the low back. You want to be creating a nice flat diagonal surface with the body, squeezing the bum and keeping that tailbone tucked as you lift and lower. We've got 3, push up through the heels, and 2, working those glutes and thighs, and last 1. From here, I'm going to cross my right leg over my left, Make sure that left heel is below your left knee. Now this one's tricky because you want to make sure that your hips stay level. So I'm going to keep the weight here as I lift, making sure I'm not dropping in that right side, making sure that those hip bones are level as we lower and lift. Lower, just hover the bum above the mat and then push up through that left heel. So all the weight is being supported on that left foot. We're trying to keep quite a lot of that weight in the left heel so that we're working the left glutes as we push the hips up. Good work. We've got 5 more. For 5, 4, keep the tailbone tucked, keep the hips even. For 3, you've got this. And 2, and final 1, we're going to come up and hold. Extend the right leg. Weight in the left heel. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7. Don't let those hips drop. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower with control. Great work. Now we're going to switch sides. Crossing opposite leg over. Weight comes into the right heel. Hips are even as we lower and lift. Push up through that right heel and focus your mind and your attention on those right glutes now. Good. Working those hamstrings, working those glutes. Don't let that left hip drop. Good. We've got 5 more. Keep it up. For 5. Lift and hold. For 4. For 3. Push up, squeeze those glutes. For 2. And for 1. Hold it here. Extend left leg. Lift, lift, lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Amazing work. Place your weight off to the side. Bring your knees in towards your chest. I'm going to take hold of my right knee and my left knee and my right hand and my left hand and just circle those knees in opposite directions, massaging the low back on the mat. For 3, and 2, and 1. Great work. We're going to lower the feet down to the floor. And from here, we're going to stretch the arms back over the head. We're going to lift up into bridge, squeezing the bum, lower, and then curl up and hold. Good. Roll down, lift into bridge, lower, curl up, resting head on top of shoulders, pressing abdominal wall down to the mat. Good. Bring it back, stretch, and come forward, contracting your belly button down to your spine. Stretch back and come up. Good. Inhale to come back into your bridge. Exhale, come forward, contracting your abdominal wall down. We've got 3. Lift those shoulders a little higher. For 2, crunch it up. And last 1, come up and hold. From here, we're going to bring both legs into tabletop. And then we're going to lower down. So the knees are above, oh my goodness. The knees are above the hips. Shins are parallel with the floor. Inhale here. And exhale, we're going to come up and pump the arms for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lower back down. Curl up. 4, 5. And lower. So we're inhaling to lower, exhaling on a count of 5 as we pump our strong arms, circulating oxygen throughout the body, contracting the abdominal wall down toward the spine. As you lower, curl and crunch up, and hold the duration of that breath for a count of 5 as you breathe out and contract the core. Good. Inhale to lower, exhale. Good. And the entire time you're exhaling, I want you to be contracting that abdominal wall down towards your spine. Amazing work. 2 more sets. Good. And last set like this. Great. Now we're going to bring the arms back. And as we come up, we're going to extend the legs on a 45-degree angle. If that's too much, keep them bent. We're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to come up and pump. Good. Bring it back to tabletop. Inhale and exhale. Come up and pump. 4, 5, and lower. Good. So 5 pumps as you breathe out. Nice strong arms, nice engaged core, pointing and lengthening through those toes as you contract your core. Good. Amazing. Last 2 sets. And on this last one, we're going to come up and we're going to pump for 20. So we're going to be breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Nicely done. From this position, we're going to extend the left leg out long. Take hold either behind your right thigh or your right calf if you can reach, and we're going to go into our single leg stretch. Head can be down or elevated. We're going to bring leg back, catch it, and draw it in toward the chest, stretching the back of the leg as we breathe out and contract the core. Inhale to switch, exhale to draw that leg in and tighten belly to spine. Nice work. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Point through the toes, lengthen the back of the leg. If you're holding on behind your thigh, maybe you have a gentle bend in that knee to make it slightly less challenging. Good, like so. Otherwise, full extension. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Get ready for 10 quick without the hands. Hands come down by the side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the legs. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Gently rock from side to side, massaging your low back on the mat. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Stretch your legs out long on the floor. Roll over onto your stomach and take your hands on either side of your shoulders. Peel up into a cobra or all the way up onto those hands to stretch out the abdominal wall. Peel up a little higher. Nicely done. And then lower down to the mat. Use your hands to help you. Come into an all-fours position. We're going to step the right foot between the hands, lengthening the left leg out behind, interlacing the fingers and taking them on the right thigh, gently pushing your left hip forward, stretching out those obliques as well as the hip flexors. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Sink a little bit more deeply in towards your stretch. And then switch legs. Left knee comes down. Right foot comes between the hands. Interlace those fingers. And sink into that hip flexor stretch. Gently pushing that right hip forward. Great work. Cooling down the breath. Cooling the body down with the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth for 3 and 2 and 1. Come down into either a cross leg or a kneeling position. We're gonna lift our shoulders up by our ears and exhale, roll them down and back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift those shoulders and exhale, roll them down and back. Amazing work. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. That was a fun and intense workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of including the dumbbell into today's routine. And I really look forward to moving again with you next time. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for your lovely comments this morning, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.